Tonight we are solving absolutely nothing and complaining about every damn thing in sight. Streaming services are bleeding us dry like a monthly subscription vampire. Everybody's getting older, but walking around like time just politely skipped them. And Hattrick is out here treating Tinder like a federally funded science project, collecting data, running experiments, and absolutely wrecking the control group. We get into what actually makes someone attractive, why confidence bulldozes looks every single time, and how AI is creeping in like it's about 2 updates away from stealing your job, your voice, and maybe your next date. It's money, sex, tech, questionable decisions, and zero accountability all mashed together. This is the Goin Deep Show for Thursday, March 26th, 2026.
I was complaining the other day because they're inconveniencing millions of people instead of inconveniencing a much smaller group of people. It is straight up just for money. It's a money grab. Well, we can manipulate the market and the eyeballs in this direction to watch our advertising, essentially is what it is. And that's why it's cheaper to just get the audio, because the audio you can't get away from, and then the advertising that they throw in, they're throwing in ads during at-bats and stuff sometimes.
It's so ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. I just felt that, you know what, for the pre-registration, getting the 2 free tickets, I thought that was pretty reasonable, but you had to do it by midnight yesterday.
See, but I feel duped now because I received an email like a month ago that says, you're grandfathered in because you've been paying for the last, 8 to 10 years. No, but grandfathered in at the $149 price, not telling me that it didn't include the Tiger's Wings special package that you got. I didn't even get the offer for the tickets. And now when I go to do it, they want to charge me another $149.
Oh, fuck.
So it's crazy. I have to figure it out because there's no way I'm spending $300 knowing that you spend like less than 2 and got 2 tickets.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, like with the password crackdowns and shit like that, like there's things that they can do for it, but like I have like HBO Max, right? And they've cracked on it, and I have a few different people. All it does is say, doesn't look like you're in the household. And they'll send an email with a code. And it's all family. So they'll be like, hey, you're getting a code in your email. Can you send it to me real quick?
That's what I get with Netflix.
And like it gives you like a 15-minute window. So like, I mean, if I'm getting like freaking bent over or something, I might not get it in that right away. But they can fucking wait.
And there's a good chance of that.
And then they can text it. But either way, more often than not, when it happens, I'm fine. So
by the way, when I was getting my packet pickup with my one friend, she might know a guy.
Is that what you talk about?
Because she wants to come on the podcast, and she's mad that I haven't got her on the podcast. So I'm like, I got to talk to the kid to make sure it's okay. And she's like, what do you guys talk about? I'm like, well, we're lately it's been about.
It's about how much the tickets cost and how much.
To get a third for Hattrick and the fireman, and she's like, I might know a guy.
I love. Don't
I'm like,
you love
sure you
the
don't want to come
community?
over?
right?
I always say we build the community, the people that we like to hang out with, and I think we've actually done that.
Yeah, crazy shit.
But I'm getting really upset and angry because this week I wanted to watch World Baseball Classic. Okay, so I say, I'll just reactivate my Sling account. Go to Sling, cross the top, big bold letters, USA versus who the fuck were they playing? Mexico is not streaming on Sling. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to get Sling again. So I had to go to Fubo or some other fucking thing.
And
I'm like, what is this?
Week trial.
Do you remember when streaming was the answer to exorbitant cable prices, and now it's worse?
It's worse.
Like now it's worse than what it was when we were paying for cable. Like it's so fucking stupid.
Pay between the YouTube TV, Netflix, Disney, Hulu. I'm shilling out probably about a couple $100 a month.
Between that and the AI subscriptions that I have, and I'm an idiot because at the studio, at the home studio, I'm rarely there. I was paying ridiculous, super duper high speed internet that I haven't switched or canceled. I'm essentially paying that price so my cat can watch TV. Okay,
that's how fishbowl.
That's how dumb I am. It's like, hey.
Well, I went and downgraded like all of my subscriptions to have ads because I'm like, this is stupid. I don't even care anymore. Like if I'm gonna because there's ones that I watch or the kids watch, and I'm like, I can deal with commercials. Like the biggest thing is when it's the same single commercial every time they take an ad break. That drives me nuts.
Cialis.
But even then, Yeah, exactly. It's always something like that or hymns, you know.
Drugs,
And-
drug ads. Yeah.
Or was it
So that's annoying, but it's
Rouget?
fine because then it's like, okay, well then I have a phone break. You know, I can scroll and then put it down or whatever. So,
YouTube is getting really
dude,
bad.
it's so
YouTube is
stupid.
getting super bad, and I think it's more of a concern for me because since I turned 50, all of the ads are for like, you're really old now. You need to start thinking about this, and you need to start thinking about that. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it is. All of the ads since I've gotten over the 50 mark have now become these like, you're decrepit and falling apart now, aren't you? This is what it is. It's awful.
I was actually told I would look like I was in my 40s a few times last week I was out and about.
I want to talk to you about this because you do appear to be a lot younger than
I
you
was
are.
surprised when I found
Yeah.
out you were the age that you are.
And I know that I think that there's a reason for at least our faces not looking as old as some people do. You and I always wear baseball hats. We never squint. We never have to squint anything. You ever see people who wear sunglasses all the time? They take sunglasses off and I'm like, wow, you don't look that old because they don't have to squint. When you're constantly squinting and like having to do that, I rarely
You get those
ever
crow's
squint.
feet
You get the extra
yeah.
stuff on the sides. I don't have that very much because I wear a hat 95% of the time I'm out and doing stuff. I'm just lucky that I have my hair still.
I figured it's because I waited till I was 45 to have a kid, so I didn't have one stressing me out all those years before.
But I think I mean simple things like that I think are so all you women worried about Botox and shit, just wear a hat for fuck's sake.
Well, no, and then it's so funny because I've seen stuff about like, I mean, I'm a millennial, so I'm younger than you guys are Gen X, but how millennials like are aging even less than like Gen X is pretty good too, but like millennials like always look younger. And I mean, and I've had people that are surprised that I'm almost 40 that I look more, they guess more like early 30s to mid 30s. But then I'm looking at some of these guys that are like in their 20s, like on Tinder, right? Because I'm back on Tinder looking for the fireman. And I look at some of these guys and I'm surprised that they're like 23, 24. And I'm like, because they look at least, I mean, they look younger than me, but I would have guessed like early 30s. Like they look 10 years older. And that's a huge thing for Gen Z is like looking older than they really are. Like, you know, that one, there's this one like TikTok guy,
Is
like
it the
Jordan
chemicals?
something. The one black dude that's always doing the like, would you look at this? He finds a video and like tests it out. He's the black dude. I think his name's like Jordan something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
If you saw him, you'd know him. This dude's like 27 and he looks 40.
Shit.
And he's
Is it
even
the
done
chemicals?
reels. He's even done reels about that. Like, no, this is how old I am and stuff. So it's so funny, like, and people trying to figure out like what's the reasoning for this. But yeah, there's some of these guys that I've been looking at that are like younger, and I'm like, I would have 100% guessed you were like early 30s.
So here's a question for you then. This is interesting. If you know a guy's that age but looks the same age as you, would you be more open to dating or banging that guy? Because if you guys went out even in public at any point, you don't look mismatched. Like a lot of the times when I go back and look at photos when I was dating women that were 16, 17 years younger than me, I know I'm older than them, but I don't. When I look at the photos of us together, it doesn't look like dad hanging out with his kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think, at least from my perspective, I mean, from other people's perspective, it may look
well, and
completely
you look
different. Like when
good
I was
for your age too. I think that's part of it, right? Like you don't look like, yeah, maybe like, but I feel like even like 10 years older is not uncommon necessarily. You know what I mean? Like that's an acceptable gap, you know, as long as they're not like 18 and 28 or something. But you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think it's kind of subjective on that. And it's funny that you say that too, because like I've been hesitant for some of the younger ones. Like we've talked about this, right? And I'm just like, I don't know. But the fireman really likes the idea of me hooking up with these dudes in their 20s. So now that I've been like swiping, like if they're like over 30, unless they're super hot, I don't swipe on them. I've caught myself really looking at the younger ones. Now it gets like 21, 22. I start like,
So what
don't
happened
know,
with the
but-
date the other night that you had?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Yeah, we got to
Let's
talk
fill
about
everybody-
this part.
Let's fill everybody in first on let's give a Cliff Notes a quick version of like what was going down, because I realize I don't need to watch television anymore. I just need to have Hattrick on an adventure.
Exactly.
okay, so basically, right, we know the fireman would like to get a third that he can watch fuck me. But that's shifted recently because he's realized that's not necessarily as practical as just hearing about me fucking a different guy. And so he's kind of shifted to be like, well, I don't have to be there. You can just do it and tell me about it. And
Just record it.
I'm like,
and pictures
he
out.
wants pictures. Like he came. So I downloaded Tinder on Sunday last weekend because I'm like, okay, that one you can kind of control like how far away they are a little bit better than some of the other ones, unless you're paying, and I'm not paying for any of these. And so I'm like, let's try this and see. Plus, I know Tinder's more like hookup-y, and I'm like, perfect. That's what I'm looking for. And so I was bored on Sunday, blah, 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 like matched with this guy. He's like 30. And he was like, all right, let's hang out tomorrow. And I'm like, whoa, that's really quick. And then, but me being like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna chicken out if I let this go. I'm like, fuck it. Okay, let's hang out. And so I'm like, yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. We'll do something. And so then it's the next day. I'm like, texting the fireman about him coming over. And I was like, I might have a date. And he's like, no shit. Right. So he comes over Monday after he gets out of work. So it's like 3:30 and, we fuck. And during it, he's talking, asking me questions. Like, have you seen his dick? Does he have a big dick? Cause that turns him on, just dirty talking about me banging and what he'd like me to do, all these kind of things. Right. And so, we fuck, and it was funny because he was getting close, and he's like, all right, he's like, let me bend you over. He's like, son, I want to pull out and I want to come all over your tits, right? I'm like, okay. He's like, I can't ruin the pussy if you fuck that guy tonight.
What?
So, that was his thought, right? Well, then he's got me bent over my bed and he's fucking me. Well, then I end up coming again. And like, when I do it, when he's got me bent over, like I back into him, he fucking loves it. Well, he fucking blew his load inside of me, which is fine, right? He does that.
So the other guy might have a little to taste.
So that happens. It is what it is, right? Like, we clean up, we're going and stuff. And he's like, well, you have fun tonight. He's like, pics or it didn't happen. And then he leaves. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I'm like, whatever. So a couple hours go by. I meet up with this guy for some drinks, and like, he's nice. We're talking like it's like an actual, we're talking like it's a date, right? Like kind of getting to know each other, blah, blah, blah. At one point I see that the fireman had texted me, like I see it on my watch, and I'm like, I'm not the kind of person like grab my phone if I'm out with somebody. And so, but eventually I had to go to the bathroom. So I grabbed my phone, went to the bathroom so I could like text him back and be like, he's like, how's it going? He's like, are you back at his house yet? You sucking his dick yet? Like all these things. It was so funny. And I was like, no, not yet, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'll let you know if I go over there. And he's like, okay. And so, we're hanging out. Finally, we cash out. And he's like, what do you want to do now? He's like, you want to, keep this going or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, we can, whatever. And he's like, it's a Monday night. He's like, there's not really much open. He's like, so do you want to come to my house? And I was like, fuck it. Okay. Like, knowing this is what's going to happen. And mostly, like, this guy was nice enough. But at the same time, like, if I wouldn't have wanted to hook up with this guy, I wouldn't have went home with him. But it's hot to me because the fireman wants it. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I go back to his house. Like, he like sends me his address. He sends me his address because we were like parked on opposite sides of the block. He's like, sends me his address. I'm like walking back to my car, texting the fireman. I was like, oh, I guess I'm going over to his house. And I sent him, I'm like, here's the address just in case you don't hear from me. Because I was joking, right? I told you guys too. Yeah. I'm like, just in case you don't hear from me. Like, this is where I would have been murdered at. And
wait, we need to know your license plate just in case your car gets found somewhere.
Right. But so I go over there and, and the fireman texts me. He's like, okay, let me know how it is, blah, blah, blah. So we go back to this guy's house. Start making out. Excuse me. Hold on.
She's got to oil up here.
I know.
Yep. Lube that throat.
Anyways, like, we're making out. Clothes end up off. He starts like kissing down to go down on me. And the first thing I think of, I was like,
fuck up.
I'm like, oh my fucking God. The fireman just came in me like 5 hours ago. I didn't take a shower.
And you didn't like force it out? Like,
I went to the bathroom. So like, there wasn't a lot. Like, there's like, girl, when you go to the bathroom, like you kind of piece them out, but I'm just like, so part of me's like, oh shit, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck it, we're here now. And then it ended up like kind of being hot to me because I'm like, God, actually that's kind of hot. Like, because he just kept going at it. And he was fine. But then he was like, added some fingers, whatever. Well, when the fireman was over, this is the piece that I forgot to mention, he fucked me with both dragons earlier.
And one of them got lost in there.
And like got them in. So like he starts kind of fingering and I'm like, oh fuck. Like I could obviously feel that I'd been fucked earlier. And so then that was hot to me. Like,
Jesus.
But none of it was because of what this guy was doing. It was all because of what the fireman. I fucking didn't. That's the thing.
What?
I didn't come the whole fucking time. This guy was awful. So, like, I mean, I was getting turned on.
This guy was awful.
So bad.
So wait a minute. The text messages, you thought he was gay.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm really surprised by all this stuff.
Well, this dude, he had like the skinniest fucking jeans on. He wore like whitey tighties, but they were green.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And
his boyfriend dressed him.
Dude, yeah, the way he had his button, like, anyways. And then, like, so he's going down on me doing that, right? Like I said, I mean, it felt good and I was getting turned on, but it wasn't enough to put me over.
You were thinking about the fireman.
I was, which is why I was getting turned on, and because I was thinking about the fireman. And so anyways, so he stops, like, we stop to go whatever, and he goes to lay down. He's just soft, completely fucking soft.
Limpy, huh?
Like, just nothing. And I'm like, okay. And so whatever. So I start giving him head, get him hard. He pulls me up to ride him.
She says, this tastes like the fireman.
I do. I ride him for a little bit, and then he gets fucking soft again while I'm on top of him.
He's gay.
Thank you. And then he's like, well, here, go back down. And I'm like, okay. Like, I ended up getting him off, like giving him head.
At that point, it becomes a job. It's like a chore
I'm
to
just
do
like,
it.
whatever.
It's
And
like,
it thankfully didn't take like super long or anything like that because my head skills are good. But that's why I'm like, we had 2 beers.
But maybe he was drinking before.
You're just used to the Viagra, dude.
Dude, no, I've never, I mean, I guess I've had guys be soft like that before, but that was just ridiculous. I'm like, okay. And so like,
But for you, Hatchick, I don't believe that it's happened.
Not like that.
0.0001 time or chance of that.
Well, like I said, I mean, I still got him off because I'm good at fucking giving head, but I'm like, whatever. And so we lay there for a minute, and I'm like, yep, all right, I'm gonna go. So I went and got dressed, and that was it. Like,
and he felt like a failure because he didn't make you come.
I texted the fireman, and I'm just like, oh my God, that was so
over
underwhelming.
now.
And he was still awake. It's so funny because he goes to bed earlier because he works so early in the morning. And he's like, really? He's, I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm like, I don't know, man, that was not good. And but I told him, I'm like, the hottest part was when he freaking ate me out, and all I could think of was your cum still being inside of me, which obviously the fireman thought was hot as hell. He's like, well, maybe I'll have to stop over tomorrow before work then. And I'm like, yup. And so
give you a little refill.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. He stopped over. It was, 4:30, 4:45 in the morning the next day. He rolls in.
This is
and then it was like asking me a little bit more about it, but I mean, it wasn't. I didn't, talk too much because it wasn't that great. But the fireman was rock fucking hard the next morning, thinking about it. So it worked out for me because of how good the sex was with the fireman before and after. But like the experience with this dude was not good at all.
I have 2 questions on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first one is, how goddamn horny are you? It's fucking got one, 5 hours later, you got another. You down, fucking going, Hatchick, you're a fucking nympho. It's amazing. We love you.
I mean, this is
not new. We love you
new.
so much.
This is not new.
I know, but it's like, you would think at some point it would tail off. I think it's amping up.
Well, that's where that whole cougar thing comes in, right? Like you hear about women in their 40s and how they're feral. 100%, dude. Like I feel like I'm hornier now than I was when I was in my 20s. But I'm also having like some of the best sex I've had in my life. But I think part of that, I mean, the fireman's good, but I'm not fucking around anymore. Like I know what I want. I'm not just waiting for it to happen. I'm making it happen. Like with the fireman, he knows what I like.
You're fully in control.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
I don't know, but yeah. So that was an interesting.
The second thing I had to ask you though. Mm-hmm. So when he comes inside of you, you never have the urge to get up and just like, okay, let me see if I can get some of this out of me. Because I've had, when I was with the younger ones, I would, like blonde, I'd do that. And the first thing she would do is like, oh shit, I got to go.
Yep.
I got to go to the bathroom, I should probably shove some of that out of me. I mean, there was that and, which one? Endo. Endo would do that sometimes too. She'd get up and just, I got to get this out of me.
So my question is, back to having both the dragons in. So both holes?
No, not at the same time. Sorry, let me back up.
Oh my God.
They were not at the same time.
That's some next level shit.
Because I sent you the
no.
one videos of the one lady.
No. Like he busted out the smaller of the two, which is subjective because it's still not small, right? He busted out that one. And then like after I was warmed up because he showed up. And he texted me, like, he usually let me know when he's on his way. So I got about a half hour. And then he let me know when he got off on the exit. And I was like, again, like, so he's only a few minutes away. I'm like, what? You expected me to be, like, ready and waiting? He's like, yeah, get the vibrator. And he's like, get the vibrator and the dragon's out. I'm like, okay. So I was on my bed with my freaking magic wand when he walked in, and he just was like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, he loved walking into me already freaking, fired myself up. So he did the first one.
That is hot.
And then after the first one he's like, all right, he's like, we're going to get the big one in. And so then he switched to that one and got it in. So
it's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that shit,
Whoa.
It's like,
but yeah, so that's where it was funny. He came over a couple nights ago, and same thing. Like, he was kind of just, like I said, he likes the idea of me fucking other guys now, like whether he's involved or not. And like I said, he was so, I mean, the sex was good. And so he's kind of talking about it, but it was funny because he was, I don't want to say more into it because he's always into it, but he was definitely more kissy and touchy-feely than he normally is. Like, so this is like a couple nights after all this happened. Like, and it was nice, like, and he does it occasionally, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's because he was still thinking about.
did he ask about the dick then? Did you have to explain to him how fucking soft the guy was? Did that turn him off knowing that it was a limpy soft
I
one?
had told him a little bit enough, I think, the night before when I was texting him that I was like, dude, he couldn't keep it hard. He did ask me, he's like, well, did you make him come? I was like, well, yeah. And he's like, well, where did he come? I was like, in my mouth. And he's like, oh, that's fucking hot. So like, he asked me enough questions, I think, to get it going. But he also kept asking me about him going down because I told him that turned me on. So
here's the thing too, is like, how gay is it that he wants to know the dick size and dick stuff? You know what I mean? But here's that I think is not. I don't find that as gay as the guy who you described not being able to get hard for you.
And I don't necessarily think it's gay either, because like, from my experience with knowing what guys watch for porn, and not every guy's the same, but like, you don't want to watch some dude with some small little dick fuck this chick.
No.
You want to watch a guy with a big dick fuck this chick, or a decent one.
Me personally,
right?
I like to find the one that looks like mine.
We've talked about this before, but I'm saying, like, so guys are watching porn for the dicks, and I don't think that makes guys gay.
No, I will find, if there's a guy in the porn who looks like me, then I can imagine that's me.
Right.
That's what I have discovered. I want the one that's the same size. I don't need the bigger. Sometimes it's cool to watch the bigger, just to see the girl. I like the girl's reaction. I'm way into the girl's reactions. Not just seeing, but feeling. That's why we like to see the penetration. When we see the penetration, the girl actually is like feeling that first amount of pleasure. That to me is hot as fuck. It's like
I just like seeing another woman strap one on and fuck another woman. But I think back to the fireman part of it is, I think there's an empowerment and self-satisfaction on his part, knowing that the sex you guys are having is better than what you had with that rando.
I thought
in
that
regards
too.
to that, and also the fact that his dick was better and more dominant than what the randos, we're just going to call him rando.
Yeah.
Rando.
The rando.
Rando Calrissian. That's what all of the ones that she's going to look up with on Tinder.
Because
how is this week's Rando Calrissian doing?
Because I think we as men always, it's like we have to be the superior, and being that alpha and that superior in that situation, knowing that only he can satisfy you the way he has been. It's got to be a fucking ass turn on for him. Hugely.
I'm sure. Well, and he's like, I don't even know how to describe it. So he talks about, like, he wants me to hook up with a black dude because he wants to see a big dick in me. But I think that's why he likes the dragons in me. But like,
he wants to see you stretched out.
He does, and he will say that straight up. He wants to see my pussy stretched out, and like, he'll fuck me with the dragon, and then I'll fuck him, and I come immediately. Because it's different, because it's a dick, whether the dragon's bigger than him or not. But it's just, I'm already so sensitive.
You just said something though. I was like, wait, you fuck him. I thought for a second, like, strap it on. No, peg him. No, that's the thing. Okay, I always get this really confused. Like, when a girl says, I fucked him. I'm like, oh, you fucking strap one on. Fucked him.
Yeah.
Because that's what it get. Because usually the guy is doing the fucking. The girls, you guys.
Unless the girl's riding her,
technically,
right?
Taking control.
Right.
But he like I said, he likes the dirty talk and stuff, and for him. And I like the praise, and I wasn't quite sure how I felt about it at first, but he likes being like, he's like, oh, you're my dirty little slut, aren't you? You're going to go fuck another guy. Like, that gets him off saying that. And I'm like, okay. Like, and it's, from him, it's hot. Like, I wasn't sure the first time, because I'm not a big fan of that word. But I was like, okay, but
You
it's
don't like the
different.
slut.
But it's different in this context.
I prefer whore.
No, but you know what I
Tease it. Just tease it.
Dirty little whore.
I prefer.
But
I think for him it is a control thing because like as much as he's made it very clear he doesn't want me to do it if I don't want to do it, or he doesn't want me to hook up with somebody if I'm, he doesn't, if I don't want it, he's like, I don't want you to do it if you don't want to.
I don't think I've ever been in a relationship where I wanted
This is
that.
Also,
crazy.
I know
mean,
it's really
great for you
weird.
guys.
It's really weird. But I think it's still control. Like, even though I'm going out, he knows it's because of him. And then I'm thinking of him during this. Even though I'm fucking another guy, I'm thinking of him.
This is interesting.
And he had asked me before it, like when he first had mentioned me just going out and finding somebody and then telling him about it, he said that was like the first time he's like, yeah, you be daddy's little slut or something like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, because it was hot the way he was talking to me. And he's like, and then if I told you not to, he's like, would you still do it? And I was like, no. And he was like, good girl. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Good
So
girl.
it's a control thing. I think there's that dynamic that turns him on, is that he knows that he's still in control.
Do you think it's hot though that in your mind, ooh, I shouldn't do this because he doesn't want me to, and that amps up doing it? Like, let's say he didn't want you to do that, and then you would. You guys aren't together. You guys aren't like a
No, we're not
exclusive
a couple.
couple.
Exactly.
You
So
guys
you-
are, but you're not. You guys
Well,
really
sexually,
are.
you guys are completely
Yeah.
compatible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Completely
100%.
compatible.
Yeah.
So if he'd said, good girl, that you're not going to do that, knowing you're not, in your head, it might make it hotter with somebody else because he's told you he doesn't want you to do it. A lot of the times you want to do some shit because you technically shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? That amps it up a little bit.
Well, and I think, like, too, like, for me, like, even though he wanted me to do it, I still felt like, God, I shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean? Even though we're not together, but you know what I mean? Like, there's that dynamic of it. Like, it still felt, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, which made it kind of hot. But like I said, I definitely thought of him.
The whole scenario was fucking amazing.
So it just threw me. I don't know. Like, it's been interesting. I don't know. I do have this 24-year-old black guy that I found that I've been chatting up, though. So that might happen.
Patrick, you need to seriously sit
How
down and write a
tall
book.
is this black dude?
6'3".
All right.
6'3",
all right.
brother. I thought you were gonna find Token. Didn't we have Token on one time? No, that Token's a different black guy that we had. And it was LeBron, wasn't it? Or
Yeah,
was it
I think so.
Carmelo? Or what do we call him?
I
One or
don't
the
know,
other. He
some
liked it.
basketball name. Yeah,
She
he lives
brought-
down in Royal Oak now.
She brought a friend, and he fucking passed out so
Dude,
hard.
he was so fucked up. Yeah, I did end up not that night, but I did end up fucking him.
How big was his thing? Was he qualified?
It was decent. Yeah,
Qualified?
it was pretty good. Like, not the biggest I've had. Dragon Cock still holds that, but yeah,
We've only had two brothers
And how
on the
big was Dragon
podcast.
Cock?
massive. Fucking
Just
huge.
massive.
Like,
What is it, like 14 inches? Or-
like no, probably 11, 12.
Okay.
Like, I
That's-
couldn't
shit,
fit my
that's a
hand
big
around
dick.
it.
It's big
Like,
old dong, man. That's porn
He's
dong.
like 6'5" in Italian.
Porn
Oh,
dong.
that Italian makes all the
Yeah.
difference.
Was he as big as Girth Master?
Dude, I don't know. He was fucking
Do you ever see
huge.
Girth Master? Girth Master bangs that Ari Kitsia chick. You know Girth Master? You heard of Girth Master? No. You don't know Girth Master? Come on now.
I think I've heard a couple episodes with Girth Master.
This is what I love about our podcast here. We dive into our sex lives hard, deep. We say all the things we shouldn't say. And then we criticize, like, not really criticize, but I like wagging my finger at people who are doing perverted shit like this, the one I have up on the screen right now, this 49-year-old teacher.
Yeah, which looks like kind of a dude over there.
I didn't even
I
think
mean,
of that.
she almost, the way that it's shaded, it almost looks like she's got a beard going on, like some kind of leprechaun. You
Now,
know?
having all these debaucherous stories to tell, you mentioned, what the fuck, Red Eye 2.0 coming in. You mentioned her last week with UConn, having some stories. My brain kicks into like, okay, I want to hear these stories. I need to know these stories, all these things. But the one thing that we've done over the course of this entire podcast, most guys think in perverted ways.
100%.
We do. It's just an everyday thing. And I think when we try to be, not really tamed, but go out into society, we have to deliberately tell ourselves, even when we're in a situation when there's you're going to run into some hot chicks, hot women, hot anything, concerts, beaches, anywhere you're going to bump into some hot, you got to kind of in your brain have this thought of, okay, I got to really curb my brain. But I've always pointed out the females doing the same things. So this is why I always collect teachers doing wrong things that are female
Nurses.
or anytime. And nurses, come on. You ever see that meme where it shows what what do you think women who are whores look like? And it's like strippers, and what they actually look like, and it's just nurses. You never see that?
It's like, women in sheriff uniforms. It's kind of confusing.
Anyway, this Florida teacher, though, she brings this dude in, 18-year-old. Now, he's 18 to me. That's not, he's legal. But it must have been going on, earlier on. Have you ever had to, you're our expert in fucking teachers. You were 18 too, I believe. I
was, yes.
We have to go, so we'll go with.
I really was. I really was.
So, a 49-year-old teacher from Florida accused of sexually assaulting an 18-year-old. She took him to her home after he became homeless. Now, she was doing the right thing. I don't think this kid is going to complain, and this is what every guy says. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had a babysitter who diddled me a little, and I think I've turned out to be the average functioning perverted podcast host that I love and adore. You know what I mean? Without that, this doesn't happen. I'm more concerned.
I'm reading this and I don't see anything wrong with. He was 18 again.
He's 18 years old. There's nothing to be wrong with it.
Yeah, but like if he didn't want it, that's sexual assault.
But
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's where just because he was legal.
Well, I guess
doesn't mean, you know what I mean? Like,
I guess, yeah.
That's the whole thing, and like and I've been in situations where I've been drunk and I've definitely fucked a guy that I didn't want to fuck just because it was easier than dealing with anything else. And I felt like shit the next day because I'm like, oh God, I wish I wouldn't have done that.
Yes.
Like that's
Makes
sexual
sense.
assault.
Yeah.
Like, have I made charges? No. But like that's the definition of it, right?
Right.
And so
I can
situation.
I agree 100% on this. Because
And that gets confusing too because of the fact that as a guy, if both people are inebriated or drunk and they're doing something and they're not being told no because no does mean no, and then the next day or a week later or months later, the girl comes back and says, you know what, that shouldn't have happened for that reason, it really can fuck with the guy's head too.
I'm sure.
That big time. And I have two things that can completely, I've discussed this on the show before, and this is, again, this may be amping up the wrong, but protecting your fucking selves. There's two things you do. You're always on the bottom for a guy. You're not fucking anybody. I always say this, seriously. If you're in a situation where, he fucked me and I didn't want it. So you're down, man. You're sitting there. And because I've had this happen. I was having a threesome one time. Chick riding face. The other one, I didn't want to fuck anybody. And the chick decided, hey, he looks ready to go. And she just fucking hopped on. And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't want that. I straight up remember thinking it while it was going on. Like, I don't want you on me. So realistically, she, under the proper terms, like Patrick just said, she fucking raped me at that point. Seriously, where I didn't want this. And that, don't get me wrong, I wanted the chick right in my face. That was fucking great.
Right.
But the other one, I didn't want on that. Okay. Technique number 2, record everything, which I have that instance recorded. Essentially, and that's what it is. I have that straight up recorded, and just you got to fucking protect yourself, little boys. This is one thing I would teach. I would teach little boys who are going to get pervy at some point. And what's really fucked up about what we just described was the fact that we assume that all boys want it. We essentially did. Yeah. We assumed that all boys, which we are horny, we're jacking off 24/7. Yeah, that's why I think it.
Well, and it's a culture thing, right? I mean, It is more prevalent for it to happen to women, but that's not to say that it doesn't go both ways, because it really doesn't, And then I think there's that confusion of, well, I was hard, so I must have wanted it. That doesn't mean shit. You know what I mean? That really doesn't mean anything, right? Like you can get turned on and not want it.
In the instance that I just said,
I
was turned on like fuck.
So there's that confusion of, God, well, I must have wanted it. You know what I mean? It definitely goes both ways.
Well, there's the other
so
part.
it's like it can be a tricky situation.
A male being assaulted by another male. And that's more of what people think of when it's, that kind of situation. It's a male taking advantage of another male, not a woman taking advantage of a male.
Well, I think if you know,
But again, I think that goes to culture because everybody just assumes the men want it.
well, and the other thing is in our heads, it's a power thing. Like, oh, that guy's bigger than that guy. He fucking forcibly did that. And in a lot of the instances when the guys do it to women,
Well, that goes back to the Roman
there's no
times.
tiny little Napoleon that's out there fucking these Amazons and raping them because they just don't have the power to do that, you know? So, anyway.
Crazy ass shit. What else you got
man.
up there?
I would say just make sure. This is one thing that's pissing me off, okay? So I go to my fucking Sirius XM. They have a channel called Mom Jeans, okay? They have a channel.
Back again?
Now, what I'm saying to you is this. I'm not pissed off that they got the channel. I love the fact that we live in a world where we can have as many playlists as we want about any goddamn things. But here's the thing that it pissed me off the most about it. I listened to it, and I got hooked listening to Mom Jeans.
What kind of music? I'm curious. Like, what genre is that?
It's 90s, but they call well, if you look at it, it's called
more than
vintage.
Tiffany.
They called it vintage. So 80s and early 90s for artists like Cher, Janet Jackson, Celine Dion,
Are you
Dan
feeling
Hartman.
old there?
All right.
So it's like, I started listening to it and I got nostalgic. I'm listening to Mom Jeans. What the fuck? We got to stop this now. I can't be
there's that one.
listening to Mom Jeans.
Now how they've classified like divorced dad rock.
Oh my God.
It's like late 90s, early 2000s.
Like Nickelback shit?
Yeah, the shit that I was
Divorced dad rock?
Yeah, like Limp Bizkit, Nickelback, like freaking
Theory of the Dead Man?
Yes, yeah, those ones. They call it divorced dad rock. But again, you look at
my God.
guys in their 40s getting divorced. That's the music. I mean, I listen to that kind of stuff,
That's
right?
fucking
Like,
hilarious.
so it's funny how they.
Is there Shine Down in there? A bunch of
those.
Shine
I'm pretty
Down
sure,
in there?
yeah.
See, I like
Those. And I listen to all
Shinedown's
those.
got a country
I
song
listen to
out
those,
now.
and I love that genre of rock music. And so I'm like, oh my God, am I a divorced dad?
So we haven't talked about Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year, but it's like Sade, New Edition, Wu-Tang Clan, Oasis and the Black Crows, Joy Division.
So are these the ones up for getting in?
Up for getting in. In Excess, Phil Collins.
Phil Collins isn't in there?
Nope. Not, he's in his Genesis, but not his solo.
Oh, his solo shit's...
Melissa Etheridge, Mariah Carey, I want to say, is also up for it. And there, I might be forgetting to somebody else, but it's kind of one of those deals. And the Black Crows are not, they're not looking good. Iron Maiden's also in there
How is the
too.
Black Crows not in yet? I mean,
Yeah.
they seem
They got a new album
straight
out,
up rock,
so-
you know? But back to this like mommy shit. I hate when the internet decides that we're gonna appease everybody by saying the right things. And this happened in this forum. I just saw this headline about this FUPA. They're real topics about FUPA, okay? Fat upper pussy area. And I argue this all the time. That can mean fat upper penis area, fat upper private area. FUPA isn't just a female thing.
Right.
Men have FUPAs too. We all
I've
have
got
FUPAs.
one going on right here.
That's how I gauge whether or not I should be on the treadmill a little bit. If I got a little FUPA going on.
Yep.
But again, this is another one of those, you think I'm going to complain about women having FUPAs. I'm not. I'm not going to complain about that at all. What I'm going to complain about are guys who have to appease women in the forums. This thing was so bad. It was just them kissing ass of the women who had the FUPAs. Okay? And the whole article was just them like kissing the, I love a FUPA. I want more FUPA. Give me the FUPA. It's every quote in this fucking article was just like, really, dude, are you that much of a, I'm not getting fucked. I need to make sure I keep my FUPA happy. Okay, because that's what it was.
That's a
Every
lot of backdoor
quote,
action on that chick there.
every quote in this thing, okay,
Well, yeah, they pick and choose. I mean, because
so
here's the thing: is that you're going to
bad.
ask the internet a question like that. There is going to be just as many, I'm sure, that are going to be ripping on it, and they specifically pulled the positive ones for that article, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they shaped
Yeah.
it. But and it's so funny that you mentioned that too, because I've seen it always goes in phases. I think with discourse on that, right? But I think with the Epstein files, it's really been more prevalent because people are like, oh, we understand why they say it's such a bad thing because little girls don't have them. Like it's
I didn't think of that.
it's a lot more common for anybody our age. Like you said, men and women can both have them. It's very common because that's how people age. That is very normal, you know, and our body standards are, oh, you can't have that. You can't have that. You know what I mean? Because like, I don't consider, like I weigh more than I have when I was that big, but I don't consider myself fat. Like I'm thick.
Right.
What I think
But I
is
have one, like, and
sex
I'm
appeal.
becoming okay with it because I'm like,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Your
I'm
tits,
almost
your
40.
tits are fucking amazing,
My
hat
tits
trick.
are definitely
Okay?
amazing.
They're
you
the
know,
star of the show.
That's exactly. And like part of me, like with like talking to some of these younger guys, like I'm like, oh my God, like they could be doing some hot chick in her 20s that doesn't have that yet. But they're the ones coming after me too. I'm like, and I feel like they know a woman that's almost 40 is gonna probably have a fucking mom bod. Not all of them, but it's
Sexiness
common.
doesn't
But also,
apply
you're not
to
dealing with a lot of the head games and bullshit that a younger girl is.
That's true. And so,
with
but
a
that's,
hot body.
but I think that's where part of this discourse is why it's coming back up right now is because of the, like, listen, like there's the beauty standard of always looking younger. Well, it's because the men are fucking pedophiles. Although the men that really fucking give a shit about that and are like completely, oh my God, that's disgusting. That's not natural, even though it is, are the ones
overcompensation a little bit.
that are attracted to girls. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
well, this has always been a concern of mine because I've always dated younger, way younger. I mean, shit, one was like 17 years freaking younger. I was like 2 years ago with the one that was literally half my age.
right.
Literally half my age. But I like to hang out, and I am a very visual person. I am an artist. I need visual stimulation.
Your muse.
Exactly, my muse, but I also am an admirer of history and art. I like Picasso, and I like Salvador Dali, and I like all of these artists who had their muses and then had another muse and then had another muse, and they were in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and they're hanging out with 20-year-olds, and I need the visual stimulation.
And I don't say that to say like it's wrong to find like 20-year-old women hot, like, right? I mean, because
Right.
like I do too, but there's also that acknowledgement that a 40-year-old isn't going to look like that.
Well,
you know
and
what I mean? Like
You go
there's
for it,
that.
man. I got something on that.
Well, no, I was just going to say you could appreciate the form and beauty of youth without being a fucking pervert. Is where I'm
Right. Exactly.
and that's what you're
I
saying.
try to
too.
be perverted.
Well, pedophile. There's
No,
a difference between a pervert and a
Let me-
pedophile.
no,
There's a
no.
difference. That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't-
It's okay to be
no.
perverted, but not
Yeah.
like that,
No,
right?
Jesus
Like
Because
fucking Christ,
even
I have
younger
daughters, for
people-
Christ's sake.
exactly.
even younger people, and I'll give this as an example. Being down in Nashville, a couple of the younger women I was talking to, and the joke around about my age and everything. There was flirtation and everything going on, and they were kind of getting a little bit turned on by it. But both of us knew that it was just being silly,
Innocence and stuff like that. Yeah. And again, I'm with somebody now that we are so compatible, and she turns me on like crazy. I mean, we have a very good sex life, but on the other levels, we are so like locked in. It's like there's nothing that it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
Probably better than I've had in a long. I mean, almost in a long time. And I don't think any youngster who comes along, just knowing that it's like nothing but
Yeah, you're
fucking
not gonna fuck that
headaches,
up.
and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. It's like seeing something. Oh, it looks pretty hot. Like, check that out. But it's like, it's nothing but fucking trouble.
right.
Yeah, the compatibility. And again, this goes back to another thing like we were saying before. Sexiness isn't, there's no physical. I've met some heavy women. I've met some skinny women. There's something about
It's
being
not
turned on by
just physical.
It's not. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Sexiness is not just physical.
It's a state of mind.
There's
It's
so
like
many
how
other,
you portray yourself.
Yeah,
how you carry
exactly.
yourself.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
for
Yeah.
damn sure. Oh
Yep.
yeah.
I know friends of mine that are female that have said, God, the guy was ugly as fuck, but the way he carried himself, his personality was a constant turn on.
It's humor.
You
keep them laughing.
Unfortunately, it
And it
doesn't
goes-
work that same way with guys talking about women. Sorry.
No, but it goes the other way too. Like I've met dudes that are fucking hot as shit, and then you get to know them, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, and it will decrease what they look like. That attractiveness, that sexiness. It goes both ways on that piece. You know,
One of my old buddies I used to go to the bar with all the time. I mean, he's 6'5". Women found him great, but he'd talk and they'd be like, "Shut the fuck up!" And just, it was
That's funny.
wah, wah,
That's
wah
fucking
afterwards.
hilarious.
Yeah. So it's
back when I lived in Phoenix before I was with the twins' dad, there was this I used to fuck a lot of the servers that I worked with at the Applebee's. Like,
What is with that?
I don't know.
I don't think fry cooks. Fry cooks.
Yeah, in any restaurant, everybody's
Get
fucking
off
everybody.
your shift.
In
get each
jobs,
other
in any
off.
job, man, we know that.
But
we used to work.
there was this one guy, and he was so fucking fine, like just jacked, just a beautiful fucking human.
Did he know it?
Yeah, but he wasn't bad about knowing it, but he is one of the dumbest people I've ever met in my life. Like, and we hooked up for a while because I'm just like, just don't talk. Like, seriously, just like, let's just fuck. But it got to the point where I'm like, he wanted to hang out, and I'm like, I can't fucking hang out with you because you're so fucking stupid. Like, I just wanted to fucking.
Like, give me an example how you could.
He was just, I don't know, like he just did not have a lot going on up in his head. Like he reminds me of my one fucking cat. Just
your cat.
Listen, no, just big and lovable and fucking dumb.
Dumb as shit, like a straight up supermodel.
Oh my god, yeah, and like I have no doubt that he would make some girls happy that's on that level. You know what I mean? Because he was so nice.
They said we don't want these people breeding.
Oh my god,
That's why
dude.
we have the president in place now.
Fucking,
Opposite of what we want.
He was just like I said. He just wasn't. I mean, and he was. Like I said, super fucking nice, not just like a dumb idiot. You know what I mean? Just nice dude. But I'm like, okay, like I got to be able to have like a conversation with
So he
you
wasn't playing dumb. He was straight up dumb.
No, he was just straight up dumb. And I ended up finally, I'm like, I can't do this anymore because he wanted to like actually hang out and everything. And I'm like, if we're just fucking, this is fine because the sex was great and his body was phenomenal. And I'm just like, yeah, I can't fucking do this. So and he was still like, and it was fine
So you
because
have
he was
standards.
Still,
well,
I mean,
I'll tell you one thing, man.
But
You know, well, you and I know this. When we see something that's attractive, guys will make dumb decisions, not getting to know the person and not knowing it. We'll just be stupid about it. Where I think the current situation I'm in, I got to know. We fucked around and played early, but it was that hey, we're not going to continue to not hang out. We're just going to let's hang out. Let's see where it goes. You know, and it. Once you do know that person, it's like, wow, she checks that box off. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's check that box. And it becomes something where, okay, what she think about religion? What she think about politics? What she think about music? What she think about pop culture? How close in age are you? Can she relate to what you're saying? It's like, holy shit. Once you see all of those check boxes knocked off the list, you're just like, oh crap, this is probably one I can't not hang out with.
right.
You know, and even we kind of tried almost. We were kind of like pushing. I more so than she was. I was stiff arming like a running back with somebody trying to tackle him a little bit sometimes.
I remember, yeah, because we talked about that. You're like, I don't know.
Well, it's because when you're having so much fun, when you're having so much fun as far as like being single, like what you're going through right now, I'm in this mode of like living vicariously through you now because I'm not out doing any of that shit stuff anymore, you know? So it's like, but I don't have any complaints about it.
No, because you have a good fucking thing, and you know you're like, I don't want to fuck this up. It's a good thing. Why would
it's
you?
Great.
You know,
we care about
which
each other.
Which is awesome.
Big
That's
time.
all you can hope for,
we
man.
totally care about each other in a way that I haven't. Besides Red was the other one that I can parallel this to. Yeah, for sure. You were gonna say something. What was it?
No, I'm just appreciating it.
We have to agree though. Like what I have on screen now, ChatGPT is going to become our partners at some point for all these little kids. Not mine per se. I got mine, but like you know.
Like
Zach Braff the guy from Scrubs. He had to come out this week and reaffirm that he did not have what he thought was a believable relationship with an AI. Did you see this?
Oh,
it was an article that came out that he had to.
Have you seen? Side note: the conspiracy theories that Aaron Rodgers' wife is a freaking AI.
No,
because nobody's ever fucking seen her, and she's never been at any like the WAG parties and everything.
Wow.
And he's fucking weird enough, I could believe it.
Well,
ChatGPT really fucking weird.
ChatGPT was supposedly going to have out some adult version of their AI last December. I need to have that level of the AI. So I deal with ChatGPT, Grok, Google Gemini. Those are my main three for any type of chit chat. I use Grok for going deep show stuff. I use the others for more business-like things. But I need to narrow in on one because it's just a pain in the ass. It's like I have more chores. Now, recently they came out with an article where they said that this AI stuff is exhausting people to the point where we're stupider. Mm-hmm. They figured out we're getting dumber from it because we're not flexing that muscle memory. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't have to sit and write anything anymore. I got an idea about doing this, and then it writes it. I have to go back and just tweak it a little bit. But if I were to sit down in front of a keyboard and go, hey, think of an idea, write a story about it, I would have to really go, oh shit, this is really much more of an effort. Everybody's leaning into it that way. But what they found was people using the AI are freeing up time, but what they fill it with is more of them using the AI. So they're doing the same amount of work because it's what they're used to doing, but they're exhausted by it, which makes them dumber because they're essentially flexing this new muscle of not having to do it, but they're getting exhausted because they're doing it more and more and more. Imagine doing something that you like to do, but doing it 4 to 8 times more per time you're doing it, and then at the end of the day, you're dumber. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
But with my experience, even because I do a lot of voice to text when I've been driving lately, they need to invest on getting the voice to text right. The words that you say they types in something completely different.
Well, it's because you're using Siri. Siri and Gemini are going to become one. Google's Gemini and Siri are. Apple's made that choice within the next 6 months. They're supposedly working together to create this Gemini version of Siri. So that's going to improve greatly from the shitty version that it is to like
it's terrible. That bitch.
See, and here's the thing: I have a Google phone, and talk to text is not. I mean, I'm with you on that. Like the things that I feel like they're trying to get AI to do are not necessary when there's so many faults of some of the other shit that needs to be better.
Yeah.
Like they're going here, and it's like, well, you haven't figured this out yet. You know, like I saw a joke about it recently. Like, why are we worried about 3D printers when we haven't quite figured out 2D printers yet? Like, right? Like, there's always problems with them. I mean, to the point where it's just, and so it's like, why, so there's that disconnect, I think, because they're just trying, and I think a lot of it's capitalism, right? Like trying to just do all these things and make all the money when they're not really like actually make a product that's useful for those kinds of things, right? Because like talk to text is super handy when when you're driving, or just depending on if you have a lot to say, it's easier to say it out or whatever. Or I mean, how many disabled people, right? Like use it. I mean, more than I can probably even imagine, right? That tool right there is probably so useful. Blind people can frickin' text because they can use voice to text. Like it's amazing. But perfect that. That is a way more useful tool than some of this other bullshit that they're trying to get AI to do.
So. With that in mind, I want to try to show you guys something pretty fucking crazy. Let me see here. I need to rearrange my screen a bit. Hatrick, I want El Prez to take his phone, shoot a photo of you standing up. Just stand up and have him take a photo of you.
I'm sending the photo to her or you, or both of us.
You're gonna send. You can send it to both of us, but I just need you got to send that to me.
And then you can send this to the fireman.
Yeah, there you go. Send it.
Sent him a really good one from the shower this morning.
So what I'm gonna do now. The Grok has gotten so good at altering photos that I can pretty much. I think I can strip you down to just about nothing. Okay.
Oh boy. Is it gonna have the tattoos?
No, you gotta remember this. I'm gonna have her take a picture of you. We're gonna do this fucking same thing. Okay.
Turnabout's fair play.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I might have to take this.
Right. Maybe we should do him first.
Take the hoodie off.
So no, if you want, Hatrick, take a picture of him and send it to me too.
So, and now send that to the fireman.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is the guy with the big dong gonna stretch me out.
He's gonna be like, that's exactly what he's gonna say.
What the fuck is going on?
Who's that dorky dude with the glasses?
So in Grok, what I've noticed is it will do. You can take any photos essentially, and you just tell it. There's an image editing aspect of this thing. Okay,
Are we supposed to see something on the screen?
So. No. Okay, I'm doing it on my. Side first. I'm doing it on my side first.
This isn't like the cartoon one that everybody's been doing. The clicker.
No, this straight up. You will not be able to tell the difference. And this isn't just a photo. This will be video. So should we do her first or you first? I have had more.
It doesn't matter to me.
I've had more success with females because I've only done females.
Let her rip.
So
damn, I got a nice ass.
Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm going to describe this to everybody. I went to Grok. I went to edit images. I'm uploading a screenshot that I took just now of a photo that El Prez sent to me. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say low cut top, right? That's all I put. Okay, watch this now. Large breast. I only use breast, and it will do it. Breasts sometimes won't allow you to do it. I literally click the button, okay? I want you to count how long this is going to take to do. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's way too fast.
Okay. Boom. So now it's created all of these different images of you Okay, from that originally to here, to here, to here. Now I can say, literally I'm going as short as prompts as possible. Half shirt. Okay, now watch. I can just say belly button. Boom, it'll cut to a half shirt. There you go. So there's half shirt. Now, again, sometimes I have to go back and go like, okay, did it keep the cleavage? There's another version. There's another version. Let's go with low cut again. I'm literally only telling it 2 words, 1 or 2 words, until I get to a point where, okay, I like how that photo looks. I'll save that photo back down. Okay, so each time it's doing low cut. I want tank top, though. Low cut tank top. Orange. Boom. All I'm doing is telling it, and it's just fucking making it.
So again, this is kind of like with celebrities and different things like that.
So,
their images,
boom.
that how people are
Let's see.
complaining about taking their image and altering it.
Now look, it's fucked your face up though. Okay, so here your face is completely different. We should get a better picture. Is what we should do. So anyway, for shits and giggles. Okay, here's what we got. Okay, I'll just
missing my tattoos.
Right, booty shorts.
You got some biceps going on.
Okay.
Damn.
I can tell it thinner arms. I can tell it tan. I can tell it turn your head. I can tell it turn around, bend over, all this, right? So we'll get it to a certain spot. So there you go. So let's just type in tan. Now this is all getting done in real time. Bam, it's just doing it. With the right photos, it's crazy what it does. So there you are, tan.
That's like
Okay, so let me.
Donald Trump
It's not
tan.
even fucking you. It's not even you. So
I know. I like how
now-
every iteration, my face
is changing
farther and farther away
Well,
from mine.
the thing is, though, but this is like, it's
not a good
going off
picture,
of this. So
but yeah.
from there to there, it's just trying to assume.
Yeah.
If we had a better fucking picture. So anyway.
I suck at
this
taking photos.
this
Thank
is
you
not
for letting me know.
So this is more of an example of anything. So it's kind of good that she doesn't look the exact.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's not you anyway. Your tattoos aren't there. You're not that tan. This is a whole different thing. But you saw how quick this thing did this, right? So let's say you get it to this point, right? Now, see this little button there? Make video. So now what it's going to do, it's going to create it's going to create a realistic video of this. I mean, if with a real straight up photo and everything. So we're going to try with you next. We're going to get you down to some booty shorts.
About Daisy Dukes, man.
So it takes a little bit longer for the videos, but still, it's creating a video, and that's not the amazing part. So there's Hattrick dancing around, shaking it, moving it, zipping around.
Oh, you
Now, what I've noticed is, okay,
Oh my god, that face was so terrifying.
down here you can change the resolution, how long each one is, but then once you get it to this point, you literally have to type in one word, strip. You put strip in there, and it will start to just
not landing strip, but just
not
strip.
landing strip. It's insane. Oh god damn it! It wouldn't let you. It didn't let me do it.
Uh-oh. It might have
Now
caught
here's
on.
the thing. What I've noticed is it's the image. Okay, so let me go back here and give it a different prompt. But anyway, this is what it's doing. You know.
If you make me dance like that, it's
Please do it. Please. Instead of large breast, can you put large bulge on his?
Well, we can try. We can only try. So let's go edit image. That's fine.
and again,
Here you
people
go.
are-
Look at you. I like you posing. You're posing like Arnold. Maybe we should go like I can give
Conan
it.
the Barbarian.
I'll just type Conan the Barbarian. I'll just type Conan the Barbarian. Okay, so it is giving. Now I'll hit it, and it's taking your picture in that pose, and let's see what it does. I'm just curious. Watch, you're just gonna be fucking jacked. It's gonna be bammo.
I like
Look
it.
at that.
Fantastic.
Isn't that fucking amazing? Bam. But your face is not. It's almost there.
Yeah.
It's not far, but still. Okay, so let's go
I
back.
almost look like somebody else that's on the show. That
Okay, so
is a teacher.
I went back to the original photo. Let's just say I don't know what would you say. I should put the same. I should give the same props. Large breasts. We're gonna turn you into a girl.
Remember, she wanted a large bulge.
But you can get as simple as like changing your shoe color. Like, I'm just gonna put.
Hoochie daddy shorts.
I was gonna put like Daisy Duke shorts.
There you go.
Daisy Duke shorts. Now watch this. I mean, and again, the image to do the pictures is fast. It's fast. But to be honest with you, I'm scared to put strip in on you, man. I am.
Hey, my legs are way more cut than
Look
that.
at that.
Those are like some like trailer park cutoffs.
Okay, so now from this image, let's show a different one. So yeah, it doesn't do much there. We're just gonna put muscular legs.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, this will be your new fun thing to do. Now, again, this is the type of power that is scary if you give this to Can you give this to fucking kids?
Have you ever done the ones?
Whoa,
where,
look
oh
at
my
you
God.
fucking jacked now.
That's more like
Dang, look at that.
Have you ever done the ones where you put like a picture of a pet in there and have it turn it into a human?
No.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
No.
You could turn them into like Victorian paintings.
Do we
it
dare
with pets? It's
do we dare
hilarious
put
doing it with
bulge
pets.
on this just to see what
Yes.
it does? All right, we're gonna put bulge on here just to see, and then maybe that's what we send to the fucking firefighter. Bulge.
God.
All right, I'm curious. I'm really curious what this does. It's gonna give you a big old package. No, it doesn't let you do bulginess.
Strike number 2.
Well, actually, no. Did it go? No, it didn't. It did not make a bulge. Okay, so what else could we say? I mean, look. So let's go with tank. Let's just go tank top. Let's see what you get here. Tank top. But this is holy just shit, man. Isn't it crazy how fast it's doing it? Mm-hmm. It's nuts.
Yeah, like I said, I've done it with some of them where I've uploaded pictures of my pets and had them like, hey, if this was a what type of, is it man, woman,
at this,
middle-aged
man.
man? Like,
Damn,
what is
I
it?
need to work out.
You're fucking jacked, dude. What the fuck? Okay, so do we dare put strip now just
Yes.
to see what it does? All right, here we go.
It.
My
it did
algorithm's
for the
my
bulge.
algorithm's getting thrown right off right now. That's all I need. See fucking El Prez whipping his dong out. No, it's
Nope.
not happening.
Strike number 3. So how long of watching this before you came?
Isn't that crazy? No, I haven't come on any of these.
You didn't jack off while you're watching this?
No.
Well, so I'm saying,
I
like,
thought the whole point
we've
of
talked about-
making this is to get yourself off.
No.
XN,
Dude, I haven't
has
jacked-
an AI category.
I don't have to jack off much at all.
But again, this is where celebrities are really
Yes.
worried
Yep.
because
Yes.
they're getting their likeness is being used in this way.
Yep.
Well, there's that one,
Exact.
and then there's the big one about using their voices.
Yeah.
You know,
in
and how like
movies
that's their, that's their voice is their property and stuff. And it's one thing, like I know they've done it on a couple that have passed to continue it. And as long, I'm like, if you get permission to do it, then I think that that's a really
Right.
cool tool to be able to use. Like right when they've done with some of the Star Wars ones, right? Like the one guy from the original one had died, but then they did. Like they brought him back. They had permission from his family and everything. So like I think that's that's one thing, but there's got to be some regulations
Carrie
on that
Fisher.
shit.
I have no idea
Or
who this girl
Paul
is.
Walker.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea who this girl is, but I said put sunglasses on. One thing I did notice, if you do put sunglasses on it and then tell it to do stuff, since you can't tell it's that person, it lets you do more. But straight up, dude, it's like, look I got it. I
So
got it right down to fucking
Put sunglasses on me.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
But look it's straight up just from a fucking single picture. It's fucking crazy. It's fucked up, man.
Problematic.
You think?
It's very problematic.
It's bad. It's bad. So we're going to tell you, everybody, go get a Grok account, set that shit up, start fucking doing some
Crazy ass shit.
Yeah, go to yours. Where the fuck was you at now? So let's go back to here.
So see if you
Okay,
put
so this is back to the original image. Let's say I just hit make video. I'm curious to see what it does from this pose and then how it can extend out. Because it will, as soon as I figured out the less you give it, the better it is. Because you want to, you let it interpret what you want. And then when it does that, then it will, but we're fucked. We're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids are fucked more than we are. Because we at least have some discretion on whether or not we know if it's right or wrong. They're going to be like, oh yeah, of course I can do that. Of course I get MP3 files just streaming into my phone forever. You know what I mean? But yeah, manipulating this shit is whatever your thoughts are. Say it. See if it'll do it. You saw how quick we were switching you.
I mean, this is way better than the other app you showed
Sora.
me where doing the videos. Yeah.
Sora was, because you had
Is
to
it
wait so
already
long.
dead?
No, it's not already dead, but it's
okay.
just like that. The thing that's nice about that one is you can go 16 to 9 videos on those. Let's see, here you go. You're going to bend over after this full clip. So it extends it off of the previous one.
And this is why Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a real wife.
I'm telling you, man.
Okay, so tell me more about that.
It's been a bit. I think it was like during the end of the season. And I had seen somebody, some conspiracy theory rabbit hole thing. Because like I said, nobody has met his alleged wife. He wears a ring.
He was with that,
Shailene Woodley for a while,
Yeah.
and they broke up. And then all of a sudden,
She
he
was
moves
cuckoo.
to a new team and has a wedding ring on. Like from everything that I'm not really dove into it, but like she's never at any of the WAG events. Like nobody has met her. It's this whole like, and like some people are like, well, I guess like some people don't want to be in the spotlight if they're married to somebody famous, which is fair. But like at some point, somebody's going to fucking meet her, right? Like you're not going to just completely avoid, like the team functions where wives come from and and things like that. Like you're not going to be completely out of it and stuff. And again, he's batshit crazy.
Well, when technology happens, everyone's like, it's fucking crazy. What if he's ahead of his time?
I saw this one. Oh my God. I saw this reel talking about how like, people are like, homophobic and transphobic now. And it's like, oh my God, are we going to get to the point where we're like AI phobic because our kids are dating these AI ones and everything?
Yeah.
Like, is that going to be this whole fucking thing? And I'm like, I mean, there's movie plots about that, isn't there? About like,
well, there's the movie She and
Her
is a long time ago.
The thing is, though, like I was talking earlier about compatibility and stuff, we've all had our own individual ways of growing up. It's a miracle to find anybody who agrees with us on half of the subjects that we want them to.
Exactly.
And finding that is impossible. And that's that part that's good about meeting people is, hey, how do you think about this? I don't know if I think about that, but hey, let's meet and let's get to know each other. We're humans. We want to just fuck the shit out of each other. That's why we're looking at naked fucking AI. But it's like, so what do you think is going to happen? This could be a possibility.
There's already, the world's already setting up for it, right? They talk about the stupid fucking made up male loneliness epidemic, right? You get all these fucking manosphere bros that are like, pissed that women are like, I don't fucking need you. And if you're going to be the way you are and thinking you're some fucking alpha male that brings nothing to the table, I'd rather just not fucking date.
But right? I don't think that, I don't know.
But those are going to be the ones that are going to fucking do it. Right? The ones that are all they're doing is badmouth women.
The ones that are showing straight up vagina shots right here on the AI. Look at that fucking vagina. It's a gash.
That's so small.
It's a teeny little vagina, man.
Looks like a little dot.
Oh, she bit it hard, dude. Anyway, let me go back and try to find. We do one of you.
But I'm telling you, because it's going to be those. I mean, like I said, and I don't think that there's a lot of those men out there. I think they're just a small fraction that's allowed to speak, right? Mm-hmm. Like. But they're going to be the ones that are going to be going in like, oh, well,
damn.
This fucking, my AI girlfriend doesn't talk shit because look at, nice.
I wish I could do that.
The thing is, your body morphs. Watch it halfway through. You switch.
Yep.
It's like your head is like on a swivel. Look at that. Watch this. Like your whole body, your whole torso just completely flips.
Oh
God.
Hey, this thing might create my lifelong dream of being a superhero in real life.
Yeah, it's wild shit.
Yep.
That's what we have to deal with.
So,
we've been recording for like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
we're probably good to fucking rock and roll.
There's shit to get done.
Final words, what are you thinking, boys and girls? Did I scare you with the...
You know what they got to do is they need to figure out how to have an AI-powered fucking vibrator / dildo.
Well, that's that handy thing that they...
I'm not talking for you guys. I'm talking for me.
You guys have enough toys. What do you think? Girls have enough toys in the damn
but like that would be fucking great if we could like
vibe. Guys can control it, program it in.
Yeah.
You can let the fireman like put it in.
I told him that like the new one that I got, we haven't tried it yet because I told him I was like obviously like sexing him this morning when I was getting off. And I was like, hey, I still haven't tried that new one. I'm like, I'm waiting for you to watch me with it. But that one has a remote and a vibrator on it. And he like I told him that he was just like, holy smokes. I'm like, did you really was that your reaction?
Holy smokes.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like when I told him about it, I was like, I still haven't used it yet. I'm waiting for you to watch me. And he was like, fuck yes. And then I get the holy smokes after I tell him it vibrates and he can control the thing. I've sent him a couple reels. He'll get more
pleasure out of that than watching some other dude fucking you.
Oh, dude, he'll love it because he's watched me do it on some of the other ones. But I've sent him reels every once in a while of like a couple out in public, like eating or something, and the guy having like a remote or whatever, and he's like, you wouldn't be able to hand it. I was like, yeah, but it'd be fun to try.
Did you? Did you tell him about that article I talked about where the girl she jacked her dude off under the table in public, and he wanted to do that again, and the girl was not about it. We talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah, because I don't know, that stuff in public is always hot. I always love that.
It's like the old butterfly, the original remote control women put in their panties, but that We vibe, and there's some other ones out there that you can Bluetooth it all on your phone, and yeah, I mean
Send us your products. We'll promote them.
Yes.
Let me try them.
Yeah, let her try them. We'll have to video it in order to make sure it's working. All right.
All right, man.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Till the next one.